everybody, I'm Alura.
And I'm Dustin.
And we're Likely Lost. And today we're going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect when you visit Glacier National Park this summer. Similar to last year, the National Park Service is enforcing the timed entry ticket. It's going to be a little bit different this year. So hopefully this video will help answer some of the questions that you might have.
Last year, Glacier set up a ticketed entry system to limit the number of people that could get into the park, partly due to the pandemic and the influx of people they anticipated. While people did get upset, it was probably for the best. Peak season, there was lines all the way out of the park, and even in the slower times, the park was packed. All the parking lots were full.
So they decided to keep that this year, so we're going to tell you a little bit more about that. So, like we said earlier, this is going to be Glacier's second summer using the timed ticket entry system. This summer's tickets are going to be required between May 27th and September 11th at the west entrances. So that will be the Westgate entrance and the Camas Road entrance. The St. Mary's entrance to going to the Sun Road has no ticket system right now until Logan Pass opens up, so that'll be more towards the end of June. No one really knows like an exact date when it'll open up, because it just depends on the weather really, but typically around the end of June, the entirety of going to the Sun Road will be opened up, and then once that happens, that's when the St. Mary entrance is going to charge for those tickets. But right now you're good. So if you're coming in, you don't need to worry about these tickets or anything if you're going to be on that side.
So the entry tickets to Glacier became available on March 2nd for 120 days out. So you can actually go reserve a spot 120 days out from that particular date or today. And I went and checked. There's actually quite a few that are available still, so it's not like it's reserved out for this summer. Some things you should be aware of is there's two different types. One is the going to the Sun Road, and one is the North Fork. Those are the two ticket types. The going to the Sun Road is good for 3 days. So from the date and then two additional days after that. The North Fork is daily. So just be aware if you're going to go to the North Fork, which not as many people are, but if you're going to go, reserve tickets for each day since you have that opportunity now.
If you missed out on reserving your tickets early, don't worry too much. You can actually get them the day before. So they'll open that up at 8 a.m. each day on recreation.gov, and you can get your tickets there for the next day. They're only $2, so it's not expensive or anything, and it's for 3 days like Dustin said. So it's not too bad. The most important thing is that there's a limited number of tickets, so you just have to be aware of that. Wake up early, have a recreation.gov account, with your information already in there, will probably help so that they don't run out and then you're stuck, not knowing what to do. Another important thing to know is the only way you can get them is that recreation.gov website. You can't get them at the ticket booths, and on top of that, you still need to pay for like an entrance fee. So if you've gone to national parks before, you know that like it's like $35 for a lot of them for like to park your vehicle. Like for one vehicle it'll be like $35. So on top of this timed entry ticket, you'll still need to get that, or get the America the Beautiful pass, because it's worth it.
So we brought up two different types of tickets earlier, and I think it's important to clarify the differences between them a little bit more. So the going to the Sun Road corridor ticket is going to be the more popular ticket. It's going to be the one that gets you through Westgate's, what's that other one? Camas entrance and the Rising Sun checkpoint. Those are going to be the big places that going down that road is going to get you to Logan's Pass. It's going to get you to Apgar Village. And when the season is actually all the way open, all the snow's melted, it's going to get you all the way to St. Mary's on the other side of the park, which is the quickest way, and it's a beautiful place with a couple different lakes to check out. So that's one ticket, and that's going to be the 3-day ticket. The other ticket is going to be the North Fork ticket, like Alura brought up earlier, is going to be the more primitive kind of situation. Reading online, because we've not actually been there because we don't have 4-wheel drive, they recommend 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. They also recommend 12-ply tires, and they say even with all that, getting a flat tire is pretty common there. So if you're more self-reliant and have a spare tire to blow, and you're ready for everything and you want to go out there, that is going to be the one-day tickets. You can reserve them now for 120 days out, or same thing applies day before 8 o'clock in the morning. That's the two differences between the tickets and kind of what you're getting. One chunk versus the longer stretch through.
So we did hear that there's probably going to be some construction going on Going to the Sun Road. It's not on the NPS website or anything like that, so take this with a grain of salt. I think there's going to be construction at night on Going to the Sun Road where they're going to actually block it off, so you got to get out of the park by a certain time. But we don't know for sure. We just heard it through the grapevine. Take it as a grain of salt, blah, blah, blah. Just want to let you guys know. So now that we talked about the ticketing system to get into the park, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the alternatives. So if you have a reservation for horseback riding, camping, boating, you can actually use that as your entry reservation. You just have to have a way to prove the reservation date. So before you get in, just make sure you have like a screenshot of your horseback riding ticket. I'm actually going to put a screenshot of all the things that can get you into the park besides the ticket. So feel free to pause here and read that over.
Finally, we want to talk about two areas of the park that are operating a little bit differently. Mini Glacier and Two Medicine. These parts of the park don't actually require the timed entry ticket. They are basically first come, first serve. Once the area is actually filled up, they will restrict people and stop people from going in. Only exception to that will be, again, just a reservation for renting a boat or something, or horseback riding. It's something on that approved list if you want to go back and look at that again. But that's the only way you're getting in there. First come, first serve. It fills up, you're not getting in. Part of that is just the fact that this ticketing system has taken a lot of people out of the main area because they're trying to keep that under control. And those people typically will flood to these other two areas and fill them up. Mm-hmm. We went to, last year I think we went to Mini Glacier, and there was cars parked all the way down the road. Mm-hmm. It is just ridiculous. So,
wake up early, get out there. And I just want to say too, just like if you've never been there before, the hikes out in Mini Glacier,
beautiful.
Chef's kiss.
Glacier really is a beautiful place. And even with the new entry requirements, it's definitely worth it. If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Help us grow. Also, if you'll comment down below, if you make it here this summer, if you think the restrictions and requirements were necessary, if you think they're good or bad, just let us know down below. I think they're good, but I definitely was against them last year, so.
I don't care either way.
Life is life.
I work here, so I get in free anyway.
Thanks for watching, and have a great life.